Hello everyone, and today I'm going to show you 10 ways to improve your LEGO 2022 Republic Fighter Tank. Tip number 1 is to improve the droids. There are a few different ways of doing this. First, by giving them both backpacks. Some easy backpacks which you can make are these ones here, using a tan grill piece and one of these lever pieces. We got this design from Star Mox, which will be linked in the description below. Additionally, once you've done that, you could turn one of your droids into a sniper droid with this build here, or give your droids a droid turret so that they actually have a bit more of a chance against Mace Windu and the Republic Fighter Tank. Both of these designs are featured in our 10 ways to improve your LEGO droid army, so make sure to check that video out, which is linked in the description below if you want to build them. Tip number 2 is to improve the clones' guns. You could give one of them 2 pistols, this machine gun, which is built using a stud with a stick sticking out of the back of it, then an ice cream cone piece, which is connected to a stud with a hole in it, then one of these studs with a stick sticking out of it, another stud with a stick sticking out of it, and a Technic bar thing on top. You could also build any of the other many guns which we have in our how to make 10 guns to improve your LEGO minifigure videos. We have 3 of those, so there's 30 guns in total. You can check those out where they'll all be linked in the description below, where you can choose the guns you like to improve your clones. Tip number 3 is to give the figures shields and backpacks. First, we have this handy shield design with a 2x4 tile, a 1x2 plate, and then this piece on the back, which you can then just clip simply into one of your minifigure's hands. Then we have the backpacks. So first you can get one of these LEGO designed backpacks, but sometimes these don't work with the figures because we think there's actually 2 different designs of these backpacks, some that work and some that don't. So you can get these and put them on your clone if you have the right one. But if that doesn't work, you can make a brick built one using a bracket, one of these plates with the little extra bit on the bottom, a jumper plate, and a tile on top of that. Then you'll have an upgraded clone with a cool backpack. Tip number 4 is to give your troopers some pauldrons and camas. We have a video that shows how to make pauldrons and camas out of paper for your LEGO minifigures. This is pretty easy to do using a printout, scissors, markers, and your LEGO figures. So check that out, it's linked in the description below. First, LEGO should have given the airborne trooper a cama, as they have done that with almost all the airborne troopers before. They even printed it on there. So you can simply just use our printout and make a brown cama for the airborne trooper, giving him some nice extra detail. Some other examples of what you could give your troopers are a purple pauldron, a gray cama, or a paper bandolier. We have a video on how to make these paper bandoliers linked in the description below. The process is very similar to making the pauldrons and camas. Tip number 5 is to give your clone troopers visors. We have a few different ways of making these visors. So first, you can get one of the visors that come with Mandalorians, such as Boba Fett, and chop off the little bits which stick into their helmets. Then get some sticky tack, which you can lump in to the visor like that, and create a thick visor, or get some sticky tack which goes right along the inside, a thin layer of that, which you can push on to the helmet. You can have the thin kind or the thick kind of visor. You could also get a CAC visor from Jonek Toys, which is a custom one, made very similar to what LEGO would probably do if they made a visor. As you can see, this one we got here. So if you want to get one of those from Jonek, check him out. His store is linked in the description below. And if you use our code S3S, you can get 5% off. He also has a bunch of other cool LEGO customizing things such as decals, pauldrons, and much more. Tip number 6 is to make the tank look more accurate. So first we're going to move these big pieces up a bit to get rid of that gap right there. So to do this, you rip off this whole section up here. Just carefully take that off. Then you can take this big white piece out, like so. Place some plates on the bottom of it. Got a 1x2 white plate and then a 1x6 gray plate. Do it to the other side, also getting the same plates on the bottom of it. Then, since these will stick in to the visor, or where the clone looks through the tank, right there, you want to take the lowest bit of that out, so the very bottom translucent piece, so that there's just one of these translucent plates on the top of each side. Then you get some 1x1 plates, same color, put them in, and then you put your white pieces right back where you got them from on either side. So put this whole chunk right back in, make sure this piece is on the bottom, connecting it. That way you have it right back on top of these white parts. Then, when you put this piece down, there won't be any gaps. Next, we're going to make the size of the tank look more accurate. First, you can do this by removing these long plates from either side. Next, you want to build 2 of these assemblies with slopes on either side, bricks, plates, some of these sloped grill pieces, and a tile on top. They are symmetrical, as you can see. Then you can just put it onto your tank with this less sloped side ending at the very last stud of the side, as you can see there. And you do that on both sides, putting these assemblies there, which helps the tank look more rounded, as it actually does in the video game. These 2 improvements create a much more accurate tank, which is ready to fight off the Separatists. Tip number 7 is to give your troopers some tents. We have a video on how to make these tents for your LEGO clones or Jedi generals. Here they can camp out or plan out strategy to win the next battle. We have a video on how to make these tents, simply using paper and then a little LEGO build at the bottom, and you can check that out in the description below, where it will be linked. These tents are made using a printout, scissors, markers, and paper. Tip number 8 is to upgrade the weapons of the tank. The first simple way to do this is to build a little turret for the gunner at the top of the tank to use. We built this design with 2 1x2 plates, a jumper plate, a clip, a jumper plate on the back of a gray stick with a Technic pin on top of that. To put this on, take off this control panel in here and replace it with the assembly. This will fit nicely under these curved tiles and is a great turret for your clone trooper. Next, we give the turrets on each side an upgrade. To do this, first pull that section off, then rip off the whole top thing. Then see these 2? What you're going to want to do is take one of them off and take the axle out with it. Then just put one of these red ones in and put that right there. Then replace the one that was in the back with one of these snot bricks right here with a tile on top of that. Then you can just put this right back on here, put your gun right back on there, and it adds a nice bit of accuracy. You can do this to the other side to make them symmetrical and look more accurate. Then put them right back on and replace the red flick-fire missiles with blue ones, adding more accuracy to your tank. Those 2 simple upgrades help your tank look better and be more prepared for battle. So tip number 8 is to make it so that 2 clone troopers will fit inside of the tank. To do this, just take these 2 pieces out, so this brown piece here, this white tile here. Once you've got both of those out, you can just stick one clone all the way in there, sit him down, get your other clone, stick him in there, and now you can fit 2 troopers in there rather than just one. You can also get the control panel, which we took from the top of the ship, and stick it right in here, allowing your troopers to control from the inside of the tank. This allows your tank to carry more troopers into battle. And now, tip number 10 is to give your troopers flags. We have a video on how to make these flags out of paper, which is linked in the description below. It uses a printout, paper, glue, and scissors. Here are 2 of them, a Republic symbol with a white background or a red background. You also need a stick, of course. So we can just stick our flag up here. Inspiring patriotism in your clone troopers so that they will be ready to always fight for the Republic. So that was 10 ways to improve your LEGO 2022 Republic Fighter Tank. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment what your favorite tip was. Let us know what other sets we should improve as well. Also, if you're new to our channel, make sure to check out all of our other improvement videos. We have videos for how to improve armies, such as your clone army to your rebel army, and how to improve lots of different LEGO sets, such as the 501st Battle Pack, the Bad Batch Shuttle, and the Slave One. We thank you very much for watching this video, and hope to see you next time on Sanders 3 Studios. Bye!